brief night at the house tonight. I'll show you what I did. As I continue the electrical wiring, I'm running into a little bit of framing that I need to take care of for two different reasons. One reason is because of wires like this one up here. I need to get some of the framing in, like this piece on the front side, which is needed to attach drywall to all the various parts of the framing. So all the rough framing's done, but there's little boards I'm needing to add on the edges and things so that drywall can be securely attached, really at the corners. All the 16-inch on center framing is done, you can see that, but it's at the edges and in the corners where I need to occasionally add it. So I've been working on that as I roughen my electrical. Otherwise, I just finished the outlet rough-in the dining room. You can see I've got a couple of outlets on this pony wall. This was the tricky one. I had to sneak the Romex up through there, and it goes up and around, and then it's pretty standard wiring from here. It just keeps jogging across. So I've got a couple outlets there, an outlet there, an outlet there, and one final one here. So it's a lot of outlets for the dining room, but as per code, you need one every 6 continuous feet of wall. Cool. Well, that's all I did tonight. I'll do more tomorrow. Good evening, it's Friday, October 22nd, and tonight I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I've got a bunch of scrap wood, which is basically 3/4 inch common board of varying widths. What I'm using that for is putting it up against this framing in locations where I can't actually secure the drywall in corners and things. I'll show you what I mean. The framing in this closet is a prime example. On this west wall here, I can anchor the drywall no problem. But on the south wall here, I only have this beam, the king stud and the trimmer stud, but nothing on this back side. So I just put some of this common board up, and now I've got a nice corner on every angle to nail into. Guys, I'm just gonna keep cranking tonight, get as much done as I can. So this doorway, it's a 26-inch doorway, which is small, but it's your standard 2-foot door for a smaller bathroom. And I just left it alone, which has been fine. But when I put in this bit of wood on the exterior wall, keeping in mind, this used to just be 3/4 inch furring strips with drywall, so about, I don't know, 1.5 inches at most. Now it's 3.5 inches plus another 1/2 inch. So we're talking a difference of, 3 inches there, that it's out further now. So, as a result, this wall is now pretty much flush with this doorway opening. And typically you don't have doorway openings that are flush with a wall. It would have been nice if I could just leave it alone, but really, I need to move this in at least 3.5 inches. I'll probably move it in about 5 inches. That's gonna be just fine though, because I've actually extended the length of the bathroom that way by about 18 inches. So, for better or worse, I'm gonna take out a couple of boards and redo this doorway. October 23rd. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna do a few things, get a bunch of wood tomorrow. Dad is gonna come up and we're gonna frame out the first floating walls or hanging walls downstairs in the basement. And those will be on the back side of the stairs and then the underside of the stairs on the front edge. So need to get some materials for that. I'm gonna get a few more 2x4s because I'm gonna need it for just general purpose framing. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm going around each room, making sure all the corners are built up with enough wood so they can hang drywall. So I need to get that done today too. After that, I'm gonna keep running branch circuits. As you saw last night, I had to move one of the bathroom doors, which was kind of a pain, but I did a really nice job on it. It is perfectly square, and that's just gonna make that whole area work a lot better instead of trying to work with a door that's flush with the wall. Okay, I think that's everything. Let's get cracking. Good day. It's the 24th of October. I'm not getting much filming in today, but Dad and I are cranking away. It's a Sunday. Dad is working downstairs, hanging up the first floating walls. We've already got one hung. Actually, it went pretty well. And then he's gonna hang the second one. Both of these are on the north side of the stairs. So, getting those going. And then last night, I finally decided I'm definitely putting a small window in the kitchen. As you've seen, there's a doorway in the kitchen, and I'll post some pictures on screen. There's a doorway in the kitchen that goes to the sun porch. That doorway is going away, but it seemed like a shame to just cover it all up. So what I decided on is a window in the backsplash. It's a 27-inch window wide and 18 inches high, which is the height of a backsplash. I'll have some 2-inch trim around the edges, which means on the bottom it'll have a 1-inch sill and then 1 inch of trim below that. So very tight as far as windows go, but it's gonna let some light in from the south and the east and that sun porch there, which is so nice. I really didn't want to get rid of that. I also didn't want to sacrifice any cabinet space by making the window go taller. So yeah, pulled the trigger on an 18-inch by 27-inch picture window last night. And again, you're seeing pictures on screen of that. So just need a few more 2x4s at Home Depot for both the projects Dad and I are working on and some lunch. So we'll see you back at the house when I'm back. Good evening. I just spent the evening drilling a bunch of holes in all the bedrooms. I'm wearing my protective gear because it gets pretty dusty. Let me show you. Hole, 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 and so on. You can see all the sawdust. The reason for all these holes is so I can keep wiring up all the outlets, so I'm gonna do that next. One more room wired up. I'll trim and tidy it tomorrow. I meant to finish this bedroom. Didn't quite get to it, but it's drilled and ready to go, so I'll wire it tomorrow.